Hello beautiful souls, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching this. In today's reading, we're going to be getting messages from Spirit and see whatever Spirit wants to talk to you about. To do this reading, I have 3 piles, pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. I'm going to add the crystals and I'll be right back. And here I've added the crystals. For pile 1, we have a blue lace agate chunk. For pile 2, we have a citrine chunk. And for pile 3, we have a tiger's eye chunk. Pick whichever pile number, or crystal is calling you most, and that is going to be your reading. You may be attracted to more than one pile, and that is perfectly okay. Timestamps will be listed down below, as well as the decks I use that's always in the description box. Now let's head into your readings. Hello pile 1, welcome to your reading. How are you doing today? Let me know in the comment section below. You've chosen this blue lace agate, and I'm going to keep your crystal right here. And before we get into your reading, if you're interested in diving deeper into your inner work journey, then consider one-on-one coaching, because I help women connect deeper to their spirit in a way that's really aligned with you, that works with you and your specific journey. And I also give you tools that can help empower you in your inner work journey and in your life in general. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, check out the link for my one-on-one coaching that's in the description box. And also, if you would like to book personal tarot readings, that's also, the link for that is also in the description box. Now let's get into your reading. So for pile 1, Spirit, what messages do you have for them today? Thank you. We have the 10 of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. So pile 1, I just want to start off by saying good job. Like, Spirit is really coming through to be like, you give yourself a pat on the back. Like, you have gone through so much, you have done so much inner work, you have literally elevated yourself and changed your mindset entirely. Like, you've put in a lot of effort to change and cultivate your mindset to one that is like a winner's mindset, a mindset that is going to continue to help you elevate. Like, it seems like you've overcome a lot of mental challenges and you've really put yourself in a good position. And even if you're not at the end of that yet, it's all the little steps that you're taking right now are elevating you to that point. So keep going, keep continuing to work on your mind and doing the inner work necessary to help cultivate a winning mindset, and a mindset that's very focused on the reality that you want to create. For some of you, I get the feeling that you've already done, actually for many of you, I get the feeling that you've already done that. And for some of you, I get the sense that you're still working on that, and it doesn't really matter where you're at in that journey, because that journey, there's no real end per se in that journey. It's kind of cyclical, but either way, I get the sense that you're about to be, or you have been recently, very well rewarded by your efforts, the efforts that you've put into your mind, because it's like you've really gone above and beyond to cultivate a mindset that is now sitting on a sturdy foundation. Because at one point I'm getting the sense that your mindset may have had a lot of limiting beliefs, may have been very fear-based, but now it seems like you've greatly overcome a lot of those things, or you are again working on overcoming those things, and your mindset is now being built on a solid foundation of faith and trust in yourself. And that is such a beautiful thing, because it is literally elevating your life. Like, your physical life is about to transform, or is transforming because of it. And if you've manifested something that hasn't quite come into the physical, I'm getting the sense that things are now ready that were once just in the idea realm, or just like in the, in that sort of thing, to come into the physical realm. It's like things are finally in place. You finally have that foundation in place. Or again, take this message as it applies to you. But if you're still like building that mindset, or building and working through your limiting beliefs, then this is like you're in the process of creating that. And you'll know where you're at based on how fear-based thoughts or limiting beliefs impact you. So like if you're able to recognize it as a limiting belief pretty quickly when it comes in, and be like, no, that just sounds like a limitation, that, or something based in fear and not my intuition, then you're like at the end of this journey. And you can kind of place yourself based on that. But again, I don't want to make it seem like this is about coming and reaching an end goal. It's just like, you get what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to over explain myself, but I hope I just made sense in all of that. Anyways, it doesn't really matter where you're at, because the ultimate thing that's happening here is by continuing to cultivate the mindset of faith and belief in yourself and in your ability to create the reality that you want, you're transforming yourself. You're more tuned into your intuition, and I feel like you have greater strength or faith in your intuition, and you're not doubting it as much. It seems like when a message comes to you, if you need to tell somebody something and you feel called to say it, you kind of just say it. Like that's where you're either at right now, or that's where you're coming to. And through this, I feel like you're just going to start to see how much strength you actually have within you. And it's changing the way you experience life and opportunities. I feel like it's opening up opportunities for you, and also the opportunities that come your way because you've like worked so much on your mindset and your thoughts. You're actually open to taking those opportunities and recognizing which ones are in alignment with you and which ones aren't. And I love this for you, pal one. Like no matter where you're at in this journey, I feel like Spirit really wants me to emphasize that it doesn't really matter where you're at in this journey, whether you're still starting to work on your limiting beliefs or your thoughts, or you've been working on them for a really long time. The main point is that it's either going to change your life in a drastic way as you continue to move through it, or it's like it already has, and you're about to see like physically the results of that very soon, like in your 3D. It seems like if you've been working on this for a while, those things are about to heavily impact your 3D. And I just feel like this is building so much more confidence in yourself. Like, hell yeah, I deserve good things. Yes, I deserve to live the reality that I want to live. Yes, I deserve this opportunity. Yes, I deserve good things. Like, it's just you building so much more confidence in yourself that is actually grounded and not coming from this like egoic place, but rather it's coming from a place of like self-love. And the biggest thing too that Spirit is giving me is that your discernment is drastically improving. Like you're having so much more faith in your ability to discern in situations, and like through that you're capable of experiencing more things because you have a greater sense of discernment and ability to judge what's in alignment for you and what isn't. And two, because you've built that faith in yourself, you're not going to reject things out of fear, but rather you trust in your judgment and in your ability to use discernment to take what applies and leave the rest, basically, or to go after the things that are in alignment are in alignment with you and what isn't, you know. Hello, pile one. This is my future editing self. So while I was editing your pile, I had this strong urge to check out blue lace agate, like the meaning behind it. And I'll put up on the screen what I found so you can read it. But I love when the crystals line up with the message or like the synchronicity between that. And I feel like this is exactly what's happening for you. So if you do have blue lace agate, carrying it around might help enhance the work that you're doing on yourself. All right, so now let's get back to the video. I'm being called to take from this deck. So Spirit, what message would you like to add to this reading for pile one? What message would you like? Manifestia. Can you see that? Okay, I have to read from the guidebook for this because it's just too perfect with what we were talking about. So, manifestation, sowing the seeds of your dreams, creating your reality, trusting what you desire is already happening, magic making, pollinating your wishes as above, so below. This card encourages you to dream big. It comes as a reminder that you can choose how you want your life to go. You can manifest all you wish to create or release. It's time to sow the seeds of the reality you want to experience. In magical practice, there is a saying, as above, so below. Work with this principle through affirmative thinking and higher intention. Then anchor or ground your dream seeds. Manifest from the heart, overcome fear, take strong positive action, and let go of the outcome. Know and trust your dreams are already on their way and expect to see the results. I feel like that's just too perfect. But also, for those of you, if you've been struggling actually grounding and receiving your manifestations, try grounding practices with the intention to help ground your manifestations into your 3D, because that might help you actually bring those manifestations in. Let's get a few more cards for this reading before we end it. So Spirit, what other message would you like to add for pile one? But for many of you, I'm getting the sense that, like, because you've already done so much work and cultivated such a positive mindset, your manifestations are already on their way and things are already about to be seen in your physical reality. So continue to have faith in your mind, because you've already cultivated and done so much work on your mindset alone, and that has really been a game changer for you. Okay, let's try that again. Can we get any more messages, Spirit? What more messages would you like to give pile one? True love, come to me. For some of you, you may have been wanting to manifest a relationship, and if that's the case, then this mindset that you have done and cultivated for yourself is going to help you to hold a sturdy foundation for a healthy relationship. Like, you're capable of showing up to that partnership a whole and complete version of yourself, and because of that, you and that other person are able to thrive. Like, your relationship is able to thrive. And if this doesn't have to do with like a relationship, I feel like this is more about self-love. It's like you have put in so much effort, and that is an act of self-love. Like, working on your mindset, working on yourself, elevating yourself and doing the inner work, that is an act of self-love right there. And that is literally being rewarded by, one, your life, you know, changing in many ways, but two, also like just you changing and like you elevating. And almost like you oozing that self-love. And because of that, it's again building this confidence in yourself to be able to deal with others and state your opinions and like set boundaries and do all of that, but from a healthy place, from a grounded place, from a place of, again, self-love and not like just the ego. But this is like a healthy and grounded confidence in yourself. And I feel like that healthy, grounded confidence also inspires others to do the same for themselves, because they see like you have changed and you've done better for yourself and you look like you're doing better. And so people naturally feel like, what is that person doing? What's pile one doing? Like we want to in on that, you know? Let's keep going and see what other message Spirit has for you. Spirit, what other message do you have for pile one? Thank you. Affection. Wow, we have abundance at the bottom of the deck. So I definitely feel like abundance is on its way to you. An abundance of time, an abundance of resources, of energy. There's a lot that's coming towards you. And a lot of it has to do with the fact that you've done a lot of work on yourself. And again, if you're still in the beginning stages of this, keep going, because there is so much here that is just ready to come to you. And as long as you continue to work through anything that you're working through right now, it will come to you in due time, you know? Like divine timing is definitely a thing here. But we have affection with Taurus. This mirror too is reminding me of like reflection and self-work and taking accountability of your own actions and what, you know, where you needed to improve and the things that you've done in your life. It's like being capable. Oh, wow. So because you've done a lot of this inner work and cultivating this mindset, you're now at this place of being able to reflect on your actions and recognize when maybe you made a mistake or when you were at fault or when it was somebody else. And when it's somebody else, you're not trying to take on their mistake as your own. And then when it's you, you're capable of owning up to it without like the ego trying to get in the way of stopping you from owning up to your actions and taking accountability. It's like, no, you take accountability for your own self, for your own growth and for your own improvement, and you're okay with that. I love this. I really love this for you, Pile One. This is beautiful. We also have Taurus here, and Taurus is ruled by Venus, which is like the planet of love, money, beauty, things like that. And this card is kind of reminding me of Venus vibes a little bit. So I'm being called to say check your Venus placement, because somehow your Venus placement might have a message for you right now. I also feel like your affection for yourself, your like the way you see yourself is also changing. So at one point, if you looked in the mirror and you had a lot of like doubts, or you may like put yourself down, I feel like that is changing too, where it's like now you're looking in the mirror and you're seeing your assets and you're seeing like your beauty and like your radiance, you know. And I think you're coming to love yourself through that and have affection for yourself. And because of that, it helps you to continue putting effort into your life and believing in and having faith in the manifestations that you are drawing in and the life that you want to create for yourself. Like it's like you have faith that you're able to do it, and you're doing it for you, because out of love for yourself, not to prove anything to anybody else. And let's get one last card from this. Or, well, there's one more deck I want to use, but one more card, Spirit, as a message for pile 1. So we have tarantula and crow. So yeah, I definitely get the sense that you're being guided right now. There's a lot of divine guidance around you. That could also be like ancestors and stuff that are working energetically and like in the unseen realm to help you and to help guide you and to bring you the messages and guidance you need so that you can create the things that you want, so you can weave together the life that you want to live. And with this crow here, it's also giving me the feeling that you're extremely connected to your intuition, that you have a that you have a really strong sense of connection. And if you aren't already, consider working on your third eye and connecting to your spirit guides and stuff, because it seems like you have a really strong power here, and your ability to connect to other realms and to ground that information into the physical realm here seems to be one of your gifts. And I feel like Spirit is encouraging you to step into that or lean into that gift, because that could really benefit you. So now let's take this last deck to end this reading. Spirit, what last message would you like to give pile 1 before we close this reading? Thank you. We have transform. Emerge with beauty and grace from your cocoon. I feel like that's exactly what you're doing right now. It's like for many of you, you've been in this cocoon stage and you're about to emerge, and people are going to be like, holy crap, what the hell did pile 1 do? Because damn, they're so different. And then we have dance. Allow yourself some fun each day, just as the sun dances with the moon each night. So for me, when I think of dancing, because when I used to dance, it was like such a relief. I took it as an opportunity to release my stress and to pour my anxieties out into my dance. And I feel like when I see this, it's like, what could help you release the extra tension in your body or the stress or anything like that, and just have fun and let go, where it's not like you're thinking. Like when I dance, I'm really not thinking, my mind is not there. It's just about feeling and just being in the moment. And I think that whatever it is for you that could bring that sort of energy out in you would be really helpful, just so your mind gets a break, I think. And so that you can just kind of be in the present moment and just let go and have some fun. So pile 1, this is where I'm going to leave your reading. If this reading resonated with you, then definitely like the video. Comment below and let me know how things are going for you and how you're doing. And consider subscribing if you haven't already. Thank you so much for allowing me to do this reading for you, and thank you so much for being here. I'm sending you lots of love and light, and I'll catch you in another video or reading. Bye. Hello, pile 2. How are you doing? Let me know in the comment section below. You've chosen this citrine chunk, and I'm going to keep your crystal right here. And before we get into your messages, if you are interested in going deeper into your inner work journey, then definitely consider one-on-one coaching with me, because I help women connect to their spirit in a way that is aligned with them. I give you the tools that you need to move through your inner work journey in a way that's empowering to you and aligned with you. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, my coaching link is in the description box. Definitely check that out. And if you would like to book personal tarot readings, that's also in the description box. So check that out as well. Now let's get into your messages. Spirit, what message do you have for pile 2? That was quick. Oh, it's just one card. 9 of Swords. Yeah. For a second, I thought that was 2 cards, but it's just one. Thank you, Spirit. I'm being called to take one more. Thank you. Okay. So we have the 9 of Swords, the 7 of Swords with the 8 of Swords. Wow. That's interesting. And the 7 of Cups. So let me lay this all out and I'll be right back. All right, pile 2. Let's take a deep breath together. Okay. Have your thoughts been really all over the place and like overactive is the word that's coming through lately? Because it seems like your mind has been overactive and your thoughts almost are tricking you in a way. It seems like your thoughts are kind of playing you and keeping you trapped and like deceiving too. Like your thoughts are deceiving you, I want to say. I get the feeling that if you have been recently being kept up at night with an overactive mind and it's difficult for you to fall asleep, or you've just been having a lot of like worries on your mind that are keeping you up or just making it difficult for you to have peace and clarity, I get the sense that a lot of it is just deception. These thoughts are making things out to be worse than they actually are, and I feel like it's clouding your ability to make a decision in some area of your life, or maybe in multiple areas of your life. Like I think there's choices that you have to make right now, or a decision to walk towards something, and it's being made more difficult by all of these worries and thoughts. And I also want to say with this 9 of Swords, there was actually a message that I received a while back when I was really going through like the thick of things, about the 9 of Swords in specific, where it was that sometimes our mind, because it works on such a fast speed, like it can work so quickly and we can have so many different thoughts and just all over the place. Like our mind can literally be all over the place. Our physical body cannot always keep up. In fact, our emotions, our physical body cannot always keep up with the speed in which our thoughts operate. And when we start to recognize that there's like, that's just the nature of thoughts, we stop being so hard on ourselves. Because I get the sense that you might be a little bit hard on yourself when you have all these thoughts, or like it might even add more to your stress that you're not able to silence your mind. And I think giving yourself some grace and understanding that that's kind of the nature of the mind, to be so all over the place, and that doesn't reflect on you. And I think it'll just be a little bit easier for you to give yourself that grace and recognize that that's just the nature of our mind. And of course, you know, those thoughts and stuff do need to be addressed so that they're not continuing to drain us of our energy. But I feel like just starting by giving yourself that grace and recognizing that, like, that's the nature of the mind, will kind of help ease the burdens on you. It'll almost take the burden off your shoulders, so you can actually start to work on the thoughts and like bringing some peace and clarity to your mind, so you can actually get some sleep, because I'm getting the sense that you might have had difficulties sleeping. And also for some of you, if you find yourself distracting yourself before bed, like being on your phone or on other devices or things like that, or just even sometimes reading and like having too much information going into your mind before bed, could be information overload that might make your already overactive mind even more overloaded, I guess, for lack of a better word. I don't really know how else to explain it, but it's just adding more stress to your mind. And so if you can, before bed, like maybe put on like soothing tunes, or find like a calm spot where you can kind of just sit and allow the thoughts to roam freely. I would also say that your thoughts don't have to be grounded. So when you recognize and just continue telling yourself that just because this thought comes doesn't make it real, and doesn't mean I have to ground it into my reality, I can just let it go. When you sit there and you allow those thoughts to, just circulate, it'll be easier to free them from your mind, so you kind of aren't dwelling on them. Because sometimes we just need our mind just needs a time to be free, and so that it can like go through and process all of the things that it sees, because it picks up on so much information and it's constantly like processing information, storing information, and like there's so much, especially in our current world, that is going on, that it can be very difficult for it to fully process that, to give us that peace of mind and that clarity that we're looking for. So if you can help by reducing the amount of information you put into your mind before bed specifically, or even in the morning when you wake up, if you can like reduce that, and if you are, then Spirit is confirming that that will help you, but that like you're on the right track to helping reduce these anxious thoughts. But if you haven't, or like sometimes we can kind of fall off practice, then maybe this is your encouragement from Spirit to start working on that, so your mind has the ability to just be free and release the thoughts that are in it before more and more information keeps being placed inside of it. I also get the sense that through doing this, I think it's going to free up your energy, because I get the sense that a lot of this has been draining your physical energy. And because of that drainage in your physical energy, it might have been difficult for you to get things done or to feel on top of things. Giving yourself that time and space in the evening and even before, as you wake up, of just no distractions or very limited like information. It's not even so much distractions, but it's taking in more information. So like if you're doing something that's like painting or like creative work, or something that where you are not consuming information but creating, that's fine too. Like that'll be totally helpful for you. But it's the biggest thing that Spirit wants to highlight here is the consumption of information. It seems like you've been consuming way too much information and your mind is just overloaded. And the more information you keep putting, the more stress it adds to your mind. And maybe for some of you, it's time to start expressing things, because I get the sense that for some of you, you might feel trapped by these thoughts because you haven't yet expressed them in a healthy way, whether that's like there's somebody in specific that you need to have a conversation with, or it's like just getting them out of your head, journaling, writing them out, or expressing them to somebody else. Like whatever the case may be, a lot of these thoughts might just be weighing on you because they haven't been fully expressed. Another thing that I wanted to add here with the Seven of Swords and the Eight of Swords is that for some of you, you may even have gone through dealing with deception. Like somebody may have deceived you in some way or been dishonest with you in some way, and that might be weighing heavily on your mind as well. Maybe some of you, it's like wondering why they did that, or if you never got that closure, it might be those things that are weighing heavily. Either way, exploring the thoughts, especially if that's the case for some of you, exploring that could help release this burden as well, release this mental like overwhelm. It just seems like it's creating more confusion in your life, and that might also be adding to your frustration, because if you're really confused and you're not able to see things clearly, then that can also be pretty frustrating as well. So I feel like one small thing that you can start working on today to help you through these is, like we said, before going to sleep or before waking up, or before going to sleep and after waking up, either journaling, doing creative work, or just not consuming anything at all. Now let's take some more cards for this reading, but I definitely feel like your thoughts are the things that have been draining you. So if you've been feeling a lack of energy, it's not anything other than the fact that it's your mind being overstimulated and overactive. And if you, again, have gone through a betrayal, like, I'm sorry, you know, that's like the worst kind of situation to be in. But if that is the case, then that has also been really weighing on your mind. And I feel like working through that by like bringing awareness to it, and then going through like the journey to kind of work through that betrayal or that deception or whatever it was for you, if that applies, that could really benefit you in reducing this like mental load that you've been carrying, because it seems like you've been carrying a very heavy mental load. So Spirit, what other message would you like to give pile 2? Ooh. Okay. I feel like this one wanted to come. Wow. Air. There's just a lot of air energy here. All the swords are air element. You actually have the air element card come out. So Spirit is heavily highlighting your mind here. It seems like working on the overactivity in your mind, and also finding something to focus this mental energy on. That could be really helpful too. Like finding something that will help you direct your mental energy and focus it so your mind isn't all over the place and making scenarios and then making things worse than they actually are. That could help too. So let's see, what else, Spirit, would you like? And for some of you, if you're in school, I also wanted to add this right now. If you're in school and, you know, it's because of the amount of information that you're taking in during school, and maybe that's been overwhelming for you, and you're trying to like choose your course, like make your course through schooling or whatever, or get an understanding of what you want to do with your life and where you want to go and what direction you want to move in, I get the sense that, like we said, spending time creating instead of consuming, because already when you're going through school, like, you're going to naturally tend to consume a lot of information for your classes and all sorts of things. But if you can give yourself even 30 minutes a day to where you put that stuff away and you're really just either creating or processing through everything that you've learned, that will be tremendous in helping your mind. And I get the sense that it'll give you the relief you need so you can rest. All right, let's see. One card, Spirit, for pile 2. What message would you like to give pile 2? Harmony. Oh, I love that. Trust is at the bottom. I feel like this is about building trust in yourself, and through that, you'll start to find more harmony and peace in your mind. I think giving your mind the reassurance that you can trust yourself and that it's okay to take breaks, it's okay to not overconsume, and like, it's okay to take information breaks. Like, you don't need to know everything. And also, if you have gone through like somebody being deceptive or dishonest or whatever to you, I feel like reassuring your mind that you can trust yourself, and through this experience you've gained an understanding of recognizing people and understanding, like, discernment when it comes to people and interacting with them, and that you can trust yourself and in your ability to recognize who is in alignment with you and who isn't. Or at the very least, like, you can start to tell your mind that that's something you're working on and something you're learning through this situation. I think that will also help to create more harmony in your mind and more faith and belief in yourself. So your mind doesn't always have to question every single thing that you're doing, or question every single desire that you have, or path you want to walk down, or thing you want to create. Like, your mind isn't working against you, it's working with you. All right, let's see. One more card for this reading, Spirit. What would you like to add? Yeah. Another sword. Like, I feel like Spirit is really reiterating the same message. Your mind has definitely been the thing that's draining you, and just working on that and really bringing awareness to that, that's like, that alone will be tremendous in helping to bring that harmony when you realize it's just your mind. And sometimes our mind, that's just its nature. It can just be overactive, and it takes in a lot of information, and sometimes it doesn't really know what to do with that information. So I feel like just giving yourself that grace. But overall, through this, I get the sense that you're really going to come out a stronger version of yourself. Like, going through this, it's going to just help you strengthen yourself and your mind, and it, like, coming to a place of where your mind again is no longer questioning everything you do, but it's supporting you. It's questioning when it's necessary to support you and not like hindering you. And one more card from this deck. Thank you. We have the hawk. Wow. Another air element. That's wild. Like, the only other element here, I mean, there is fire technically here, and I guess earth because we have Virgo, but the Seven of Cups in your tarot, and then there's just air all over. Air everywhere. With this hawk, I'm getting the sense that you are starting to focus in on these things, and maybe it's just about refining your focus or seeing where you've been placing your focus. Maybe that's also something to be mindful of, is where you're focusing your energy and your attention, specifically your mental energy and your mental attention. Because if you focus too much on things that are out of your control and that are like negative, but negative in the sense of like there's really not much you can do about it, and it's just hurting you, and through that process you can't help that other person either, if that applies. That's just an example, but like focusing on things like that could also create more stress. So like really refining where you're focusing your energy and trying to focus in on things that are a little bit more meaningful to you, or at least things that can help you to boost your energy, so that you have, if this, like, the reason I'm saying that is because I'm getting this message of there's so much pains in the world, and we can see those pains, and sometimes we can start to like fall down that rabbit hole of other people's pains and suffering. And while ignoring it doesn't do anybody any good, dwelling on it doesn't have a better effect either. So what the message that I'm getting is to, like, if that is the case, like, apply this to whatever situation that is for you, but understanding that we can have compassion for others, or we can understand a situation without entirely dwelling on it, or entirely like putting our focus on it, will actually help you gain the energy you need, so that if you want, you can create solutions to that situation. If that, like, you know, again, take what applies and how it applies to your situation. That's just an example. But yeah, like, the main message with this hawk I'm feeling is to bring awareness to where you've been focusing your attention and your energy. Again, your mental energy more than anything. And how has that been impacting you, and how can you maybe work to create a little bit more harmony and a little bit more peace of mind for yourself. Like, what steps can you take right now to help create this peace in your mind? So, Spirit, can you give us a few more messages just to end this reading off? What last messages would you like to give pile 2? Feeling like, thank you. All right, so we have flow. Go with the flow as water trickles down a stream. Do not hurry. And I guess maybe for some of you, if you've had an idea and you've been trying to figure out how to work on that idea, or how to make that idea a reality, the message is to take it one day at a time. Because while our ideas can flow in very quickly, it is difficult for us in the physical realm to keep up with those ideas just as quickly as they come in. So again, giving yourself grace that, like, our mind works on a very fast level, but our physical body and our emotional body can't always work on that fast of a level, and that's okay. So don't be hard on yourself just because you can't work as quickly as your mind wants you to work. that's okay. You work in your pace. Risk, learn to grow wherever you are planted. And light, look to the space between the trees for answers. I feel like with this light card, it's about recognizing that you are your source of light, and going within will provide you the answers that you need. So pile 2, this is where I'm going to leave your reading. Thank you so much for allowing me to do this reading for you, and thank you so much for being here. If this reading resonated with you, then like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm sending you lots of love and light, and I'll catch you in another video or reading. Bye. Hello pile 3, how are you doing? Let me know in the comment section below. You've chosen this tiger's eye crystal, so I'm going to keep your crystal right here. And before we get into your reading, if you're interested in going deeper into your inner work journey, then definitely consider one-on-one coaching with me. I help women connect to their spirit in a way that's aligned with each individual, and I help give you the tools that you need to work through your inner work journey, that again in a way that's aligned with you specifically and that empowers you. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in, then definitely check out the coaching link in my description box. And if you wanted to book personal tarot readings, you can also find the link for that in the description box. So now let's get into your reading. It's amazing because right before I started your reading, I saw 22, 33, and 44, and that's just wild. So you definitely have a lot of like synchronicities happening around you right now, or at the very least you have a lot of divine intervention and divine guidance around you, and I think that's just beautiful. Like I almost want to be like pile 3. You have a lot of good luck and good fortune either coming towards you and coming your way or around you right now. So let's see what Spirit wants to talk to you about. Spirit, what message do you have for pile 3? Oh, wow. Okay, I feel like getting one more. So I also want to say, because we have the Tower kit coming out, if you have recently gone through a like a change up or something where you had to move back, it felt like you were moving backwards, or there's some type of shakeup, I feel like that was all for your benefit. I feel like that was to help you to step into a new beginning. And also it's very fascinating. So like if you haven't checked out my last tarot reading on activating your new beginning, I feel like you should, because I think you'll get a lot of messages, because this sort of seems similar to that reading. Because especially also the fact that you have, this is just, I swear there's something going on, pile 3. You need to let me know in the comment section. You've got some major stuff going on in your life right now, and a lot of transformations, but also a lot of beautiful blessings coming in. So you have 2 major arcana. Did I introduce you to your cards? I don't think so. The Knight of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, the Empress, and the Tower. So you have 2 major arcana, a court card, and technically a ace, which the aces mark new beginning. So you have a lot of like heavy major energy here. And with the Empress in specific, I'm getting this message of like during childbirth, especially during the labor process, sometimes labor can stall, and we as like the mother, or you can think, or even the people around the mother can sometimes think that that stalling is like sometimes it can be frustrating, right? That stalling, because you can get down, and like it can kind of make you think that, oh, it's not happening right, or something's wrong or whatever. But in some cases, even if we can't see it or feel it or understand it, our body is stalling labor for a reason. In some cases, it's like the baby is making its final adjustment, and like in many cases too, a lot of women have had stalled labor, and then right afterwards they end up having the baby. So it's like you could think in your head that this stalling is meaning you're doing something wrong or it's not going to happen in the way, like, obviously when it comes to labor, I guess the baby is going to come out. But in this case, like, you may have thought that things weren't happening for you and things weren't moving in the right direction for you, because maybe there was a bit of a stalling or a bit of like a foundation shakeup, or maybe like having to take a step back in something. But that has been for your benefit, because behind the scenes, what you weren't able to see or maybe perceive necessarily was that there was a lot of work happening for you, for your forward movement, to give you that boost. And sure, it may have seemed a little slow, or you may even be in the process of this right now. Fit yourself where you are at, but it may have seemed a little bit slow, or maybe seeming a little bit slow right now. But trust that this slowness is actually to build that strength and momentum so that you can launch yourself forward, so that you can, on a sturdy and solid foundation, build the things that you want to build, or take and make the moves that you want to make. Even if this has to just do with like your personal health or your personal well-being, or like you and your whatever it is, apply whatever situation to this. For some reason, I'm hearing career. For some of you, that could be the case, but I definitely feel like you've been waiting for a while for something. Maybe that's a relationship, maybe that's a specific friendship, maybe that's a business, maybe that's a career, like a specific job, or whatever it is for you. You seem to have been waiting for something for a while, and just when you thought like things were moving in the right direction, there may have been a shakeup that happened, or you may have recently even just gone through a tower moment of like your foundation shaking up, things kind of becoming unpredictable in a way, or like, yeah, something along those lines, or having to take a step back in something, feeling stalled, feeling like things aren't progressing forward the way that you hoped they would or the way that you thought they would. But Spirit is here to encourage you with this message that was necessary. Like, if you're going through that right now, just know that stalled period, or this time right now, is having a huge impact on you. Like, there's a lot of things being worked through energetically to help prepare you so that you can leap forward, so that you can move forward in a state of flow with ease. And so that way you have the foundation to hold the things that you want in a sturdy way. Like, this has all been about building a sturdy foundation within you so that you can take action on your desires while honoring yourself. So like the desire doesn't consume you, or the physical manifestations of things doesn't consume you, because sometimes the physical reality doesn't always move as quickly as our desires would like, or as our mind would like. But that doesn't mean things aren't happening. It just means things are happening a little bit slowly. And I feel like this whole stalled period was to get you to have more strength and stuff, so that way, no matter how quickly things happen or how slowly or whatever the timing, your desires don't consume you, and maybe like the slowness or the timing of things don't deter you from taking the actions that you need to take, so that you continue to move forward even if things are not, like, the timing isn't happening as quickly as you would like. I also get the sense that part of this is like coming back to the present moment and really enjoying your life force energy in the present moment, breathing life into yourself by taking time to just enjoy the small things and experiencing the small things in life. surrounding yourself with things that uplift you and make you feel more grounded and connected to earth. Because specifically in this deck, the Empress is called the Green Mother, and that's giving me the sense that one of the messages Spirit has for you is to ground yourself and really take time to ground your life force energy and be present with all the life around you. Like when you go into nature, take some time to really see all the life that surrounds you, the animal life, the plant life, just life in general, the air, and just really be present in that moment. I think that will do wonders for your mental and emotional health. And just like, I feel like it'll breathe life into you. It'll help fuel your life force energy. And also, like, going back to that labor example, it's sometimes the labor stalls out to give the mother the rest she needs. And I feel like for you, if there has been this stalled out period or this pause or like this waiting, it's been to give you rest, to help you rejuvenate your energy, to help you come back to yourself and center yourself, and to start being more present and just tap into your life force energy, giving you this time and space you need to connect back to yourself, so things aren't just rapidly moving in your life and you're kind of just being taken on like a roller coaster. And in some cases, it may even have felt like that. I'm hearing with this tower moment that you experienced, it may actually have felt like you were taken on a roller coaster. But even that was, I'm not going to say that that was great. That was probably not fun. But I get the sense that that was to show you how strong you truly are and how capable you are of handling challenges in life, that even when things get tough, you have the strength to work through that. And that no matter what comes your way, it's not going to stop you from living the life you want. I feel like it was just to confirm in your mind that yes, you actually are strong enough to handle challenging situations. And that even if it's like hard and difficult to work through, that you have the strength to do it. And like, it's like proving to yourself almost that like, yeah, I can do this. I can go through challenges and come out on top. And even if it was difficult, like, I still have the strength in me to do that. I also get the sense that you have a lot of like intuitive abilities, like especially I'm getting the sense like earthly intuition. So like, I think of like a green witch or something like that. So if you haven't tried it, maybe you should try like working with plants and stuff, or earth elements to manifest. Maybe manifesting through earth and fire elements could be really beneficial for you. It might help boost your manifestations. It might be more connected to the way that like your energy operates. And this is amazing, Pile 3. Like, no matter where you're at, like if you're still going through this tower moment or you're in this stalled period right now, I feel like Spirit is saying to just take this time, even if it's a little bit challenging, take this time to really connect back to yourself, center yourself, maybe sit around, like be a little more, try to get out into nature a little bit more, and see the life and feel the life that's around you through nature and just your own life force energy. Because I get the feeling that doing so is only going to strengthen you. It's going to strengthen you to like move through this tower moment, or even if you're like, you've already just gone through that. Either way, that this is just going to help strengthen you. It's going to bring a lot of fire back into your life, and I feel like it's going to motivate you and just refill you. So let's take a few messages from our oracle cards. Spirit, what message would you like to give Pile 3? Wow, I love that this is coming out. Uh-oh. I might have to cover that up. I swear, this is wild. This card is number 33 and it says Journey to Wholeness. I wish I could show you, but it shows nudity, so YouTube doesn't like that stuff. And then we have Earth, which is literally everything we've been talking about. So it's so wild to me. But I genuinely feel that this message is you've been going through a period of this journey to wholeness, like coming back to yourself, feeling more whole and complete within yourself. I mean, it's just wild to me. I mentioned 22, 33, and 44, and here we have a 33. And you are pile 3 too, so there's a lot of 3 energy. And if you want, look up angel number 33 and the meaning or messages for it. And if you feel called to, share it in the comment section so maybe somebody else can benefit from it too. And if we look at Earth, very few things in Earth are perfect. Like with our mind, we'll look at it and think it's like imperfect. Not every flower looks the same. Not every plant looks the same. Every seed that's grown, even if it's from the same mother or father plant, does not turn out the same. And that could be considered imperfect. But I feel like the message for you here is that actually that is perfect, because there's really no such thing. So when you start to look, like even for yourself, when you look at yourself, recognize that you're an imperfect, perfect being. And there is no perfect way of doing something. There's no perfect way of getting somewhere. You can only ever just do your best. And that's okay. And that's where the beauty lies. Like, that's the beauty of Earth, of Mother Nature. Like, you know, a lot of times with our world, we can very much be hyper focused on like mass producing the same identical set of things, items and whatnot. But I think that can sometimes lose the beauty in life. And I feel like one of your messages is to start recognizing that the beauty in life comes from the imperfection. And that's okay. Like, we're all imperfect beings. We just do our best. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I feel like the more that you start to lean into that, the better you'll feel about your own self and your journey, because you may have been trying to, like, this happens, like when things happen in our life, or things aren't going the way we want them to, we can easily compare our life with somebody else and wonder why their life is that way and ours isn't. But I get the sense that the more you can lean into that idea of how nature itself is imperfect, and that's where its beauty really comes from, it'll not only fuel your own life force energy, but make it where you're more accepting of your life. Not accepting in the sense that you're going to fold over and not pursue the things that you want or live the life you want, but more accepting in the sense that you're not going to be overly harsh on yourself if your life doesn't look like another person's or isn't going the way that somebody else's journey went. Let's take... But you definitely have a major message of connecting back to Earth. So Spirit, what message would you like to give? Unfreaking believable. 22. I love when Spirit does this because it's just, wow. Safe travel and safe home. So again, like, you are divinely protected at this time. I would say your life has been that way, but especially right now, you have a lot of protection around you. And if you've been wanting to travel, then I feel like this is your opportunity right now to maybe expand your experiences and travel a little bit more, see the world. And also, I get the message that this has been about understanding what home truly means to you. What does safety truly look like to you? What kind of home do you want to build for yourself? What do you want to be surrounded by? How do you want to live? I feel like there's a lot of these types of questions that have been either coming up or that Spirit is encouraging you to answer and look deeper within yourself for the answers for, so that you can start to create that sense of safety around you, create the home environment that you want, build the things that you want in life. And if you have children, so that you can connect to your children on a deeper level without feeling responsible for your children's life journey. Because as a parent, like, it can sometimes be difficult to like step away from the responsibility of your child's life journey, because that life journey is truly your child's. And while they're younger, your responsibility is to help guide them the best you can and support them the best you can, but ultimately their life journey is their own. And I feel like one of the things, if you are a parent, this journey, going through these things, will help you to connect to your child or children in a stronger way, without feeling responsible again for their life journey or overexerting yourself to help them, but giving them the support they need and just allowing them to kind of work through their situations. Yeah, travel, explore, get out there, see the world, enjoy your experiences. Maybe take a vacation. Some of you may not have taken a vacation in a while. If that's you, then Spirit is encouraging you to take a vacation and just relax a little bit. Allow the slowness to help heal you. So, Spirit, what other message would you like? Thank you. With this, I'm hearing explore the things that your mind is attracted to right now, and like find out why it's being attracted in that direction. What about that thing is attracting your mind in? Like, for example, when it's been 10 years now, when I first started to get into the spiritual realm, it started through the law of attraction, which I guess my family has always had spiritual connections, and my mom especially is very spiritual. So I was already exposed to that, but specifically the law of attraction kept coming up, and I kept wanting to explore it more and more. And it's kind of funny that this says attraction. I just realized that right now. But that was attracting me, and it helped lead me through this journey of like exploring tarot, my own inner work and healing and all of that. So like asking yourself what you're attracted to right now, what is like pulling on you and what is like calling you to it, because that thing may be the catalyst for something else, or it might just be you exploring that could help unlock new things in your life and help you gain a better understanding of yourself as well. I'm also noticing that both this deck and this deck came out in a pair of 2, so that's like 2 energy again, 2 and 2. And both of them had the angel numbers that we were talking about. So that's fascinating. I love when that happens, when Spirit confirms things like that. It's wild to me. So let's see, Spirit, what other... Thank you. We have the firefly, which is air element, but I also associate this with air and fire, because of the light that, like, fireflies emit their own light. And I get the sense that as you start to pursue the things that you're attracted to, the things that are calling you, because even the firefly, like at night, a lot of animals their light attracts a lot of animals. So pursuing the things that attract you right now or that are calling to you is going to help you build your light and shine your light and feel more comfortable radiating that light outwardly. And I just feel that it'll help fuel your life force energy, and I get the sense that it's really going to connect you back to yourself, and you're going to feel a lot more whole and in tune and in alignment. Because maybe for a while now you've been feeling a little out of alignment, but doing this, connecting back to nature especially, and exploring the things that are attracting you, traveling, it's all of those things will help you come back into alignment with yourself and center yourself. So let's take a last few messages to end before we end this reading off. Spirit, what last few messages? Thank you. Yeah, we have change at the bottom of that deck, so there's definitely been a huge change, or a change is coming, and it's for your benefit, or you're on that path right now. And then we have path. Wander on the path less traveled. What you find might surprise you, and reconnect. Secrets lurk in the captive shadows deep in the woods. Reconnecting to yourself. I feel like exploring the depths of like you and anything that has been suppressed for a while, exploring that and going through that. And pile 3, I just love how much good energy is around you right now. Like, I feel like you're being fueled up, and Spirit is really here to encourage that and to help you and fuel you up and just support you. And I really feel like you've been also working on yourself, and that has been a huge game changer as well. So pile 3, this is where I'm going to leave your reading. Thank you so much for allowing me to do this reading for you, and thank you so much for being here. If this reading resonated with you, then like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm sending you lots of love and light, and I'll catch you in another video or reading. Bye.